Hello everyone, Fluffy here, back with another mukbang. What I have for you today are beef country ribs and baked acorn squash, and with a salad of romaine and leaf lettuce, some croutons, and then we have some sliced Roma tomatoes. I did a close-up, and I'm sure it's hair-free this time. And I'll put it in right here. Doesn't that look good, y'all? And if you notice, there's a small portion of meat and mostly veggies, which is what me and my daughter, are trying for me. We told you that. And I have what they call a sludgy gallbladder. And so I'm really not supposed to have a lot of dense meat. We don't eat a lot of beef. So let's dig in. I've got to taste this beef. Man, it went real smooth. Look. I know you saw the close-up, but I can't help but do this. We haven't had beef ribs like... What? We haven't had beef ribs like this in a while. Oh, so good, kid. I've had my fill of the honey mustard right now, so I'm going to go to our old standby of ranch. Why don't we pause that, get out of that. You can kind of... We've been binging on Face Off. I don't know if they still film Face Offs, but we started from the most recent season, season 12, and we're working our way backwards, which is kind of weird because I think season 11 was like All Stars, where they bring back previous ones. And so we're watching the one before that one, and one of the ones that were on All Stars is on this one, so... We already know she does well enough that they want her back, so. I've got to give credit where credit is due. We had never eaten acorn squash in our entire life. I don't ever remember us eating acorn squash. And the wife used to eat it all the time. Hang on. Really crunchy crouton, can you hear it? And all you do, and I think the recipe or the spices that my daughter used in the beef ribs, if I remember, I'll put it in the description. She'll write it down for me and I'll put it in the description. With the acorn squash, real simple, y'all. You cut it in half, dry out the, clean out the middle, then you dry off the flesh because you smear it in butter or margarine, and it won't stick unless you dry off the flesh. Salt and pepper it, you turn it, foil a pan, you turn it meat side down, where it looks like 2 coconuts, and then you bake it. Now my daughter, she always goes extra, and she puts onion powder and garlic powder. Both of those, that's her favorite go-to, is onion powder, and it always comes out good. And besides salt and pepper, she puts onion powder and garlic powder. And then you cook it until when you push down on the flesh, it sinks. It has to be real squishy. And you get that wonderful caramelization that you saw right there in the close-up. There you go. I'm so glad, even though I'm in a flare, that I'm able to film every other day. And that helps her not have to be on all the time. And it gives her at least a day to think of, what she's going to help me put in front of the camera. Yesterday, we had this wonderful pasta dish, but number one, it wasn't our day, but it had to come out super pretty. I thought it looked pretty, but she's like, no. It was... I called it soup. It was Alfredo soup. It was nice and soupy, but it had the flavors of Alfredo. It was really good. It was super good. I thought it had bell peppers and green beans in it. It was so pretty. It was, and chicken and sausage. It was so good. These carrots, y'all. I don't know what. Oh man, acorn squash. You can taste the butter, you can taste that garlic. She put just the right amount of garlic in it. And you just do like this, like a baked potato. I need to tilt it because you're getting the flash of the... We don't usually put the overhead light on when we film. I think it'll be alright. I think the food looks good. It's high enough. When my niece came to dog sit when we went to Houston, her mom, my sister, and the son, they usually stay with my niece to dog sit. A kind of mini vacation for them, you know. It's always fun at somebody else's house. So we left Friday, so my sister came Thursday to pick up the key. The umbrella in the kitchen is still set up. My nephew, why do you have an umbrella in the kitchen? I knew that question would come. Y'all, I'm not going to harp on it every video because I've already told you and it is what it is, but I just wanted to take a moment to thank y'all for all the prayers and well wishes for our current financial situation. Just be clear, because somebody mentioned getting together and sending me money, and if it came, I wouldn't turn it away. But it's not why I did the video. There is a good chance that we'll lose the internet and our cell phones, because to us, that's a luxury. You know, kind of like we have like Netflix and things like that. We don't have cable because it is expensive for what you get. So I didn't say it for that. I just wanted to let you know. I didn't want to just disappear. Y'all have been too good for me for that, in case we did lose the internet. So I just wanted that to be clear. Especially since several were asking about that. So, but I thank you for the prayers and stuff. The beef ribs were an Aldi find. That the last month, because we've done every haul, and I think we've really pretty much posted almost every purchase that we've made, especially if we got a good deal. And I remember us getting a good deal on this. But it's been a while. This might have even been before I started doing hauls. But so tender. No freezer burn. Again, trying to use our pantry staples. The other day, remember I told you she only spent 20 bucks on an Aldi haul? I should have done a video. God, she did good. But she felt like crap. She really didn't want to go, but she went. Because we were down in the vegetables, because we let them kind of dwindle down knowing we were going to be gone the weekend. And then today, we didn't do a haul on it because we had to do a Walmart dog food haul. Because dogs are almost out of dog food. So we thought, well, we still got money, go buy. We got their dog food. No, that would be a dire situation. And right now, we're not dire. Just got ice water. I know a lot of y'all love to see little man. A lot of y'all love to watch them get a snack. Sorry, Moonshine, it's not going to happen today. Besito is not feeling well. He's got tummy troubles. I don't know if he ate something outside or what it is, but he's kind of shivering and his belly feels tight. So we gave him some milk. He's not even wanting to jump up here. He's laying on the floor. So we put his little sweater on, and yes, eventually y'all, well, it's not his sweater, it's Molly's sweater. When we bought his sweater, he was 3 pounds underweight when we first got him, and that's a lot for a Chihuahua. And he was constantly shivering because he was afraid of us in the beginning, and because he was so underweight, and then Chihuahuas get cold quickly anyway. I don't even think he can get his head in there, so when Molly gets cold, we had bought Molly some pajamas, or my daughter did. And so Besito's in a gray and blue stripe sweater with purple trim, like fuchsia trim, and a big old fuchsia bow on top. You'll eventually see him in it, but he is under the weather, so sorry. Oh no. Oh. Put the crouton wrong. What tooth? Damn it. Yeah, I eat this acorn squash. They're so flipping good. And those crusty edges. Oh. And this is, she baked it at 400 for 45 minutes. And she did the ribs in the Instapot. Well, crock pot, oven, slow cooker, crock pot. And the crock pot. You know your Instapot has a crock pot setting. Anyway, she slow cooked them. They were so good too. I'm sure there's different ways you could slice this. You know, you could even do it in half and do quarters. But they'll go upwards with the flesh out. And that's still good. But if you do it the way we do it, that little ledge on the corner, it gets that roasty taste. And that is so flippin' good. Because then the butter melts, and then you're kind of baking it in the butter. Is this regular butter or the Kerrygold or the other real butter? The other real butter, no Kerrygold. I'm just kidding, it's good. I got the, really, Mom? Yeah, really? Hello? You know what? I'll cook it the way you want, and you're going to eat it. Yes, I will. Boo-boo, are you going to make a liar out of me? Can you come up here? You can't get a snack. I'm not going to upset your tummy any more than it is, but I would love to see you in your sweater. I would normally love 2 packs of ranch, but my feet are really, really swollen. We bought some of the candied nuts, and we bought for the trip, and we bought some sunflower seeds for the trip. If y'all are ever tired on the road, a cup of coffee and sunflower seeds will keep you up. Now, don't do it, have a wreck, and then blame me. But for me, it works. Because the putting them in your mouth, sucking the salt off, cracking them, taking the seed out, spitting out the thing, kind of keeps your brain busy. At least it does for me. Nope. We bought sweet and salty for the trip. Well, I told y'all, if it's in the house, I will binge eat it. Seriously. So I've eaten it until it's gone, and my feet are like super, super swollen. They went down a little bit, but if I eat too much of this because there are chemicals in it, I will swell again. But everything else is whole food. Real butter. Well, I don't know if y'all knew that, but margarine is like a molecule away from being plastic. If you'll notice, it never spoils and flies won't even land on it. So a nutritionist said better a little of the real stuff than a lot of the fake stuff. So, of course, the way I treated that Kerrygold butter with the cornbread. Oops. Someone in the comments was talking about fibro, and they were saying that they didn't even know there's foods that you can't eat. You can eat anything, but with fibro, there are things that you shouldn't eat. And for me, what I've learned is strictly through research. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a nurse. But stuff that I've learned through reading. Some doctors think that nightshades are not good for fibro people. I have not found them to be a problem. I think, and look it up, because it could be wrong, but I think nightshades are things like tomatoes, bell peppers, and something else. Look that up. I have never had a problem with them. Some people have sensitivity to gluten, and even people with chronic pain, because I knew an officer in the prison system, she had chronic pain in her legs, I think, from problems. I can't remember, but she went gluten-free, and it helped her with pain. Because if you don't have to have a gluten allergy. What's in his throat? This dog's not feeling well, and he's putting something in his mouth from the... Did you hear that noise? That's him trying to chew it, and I think it's stuck in his teeth. Now, if you hear something, that's my daughter trying to get it free. I'm telling you, this dog... Boo-boo, you are something else, dog. You're a big fat pan. Sometimes. Okay, she made a gaggy face, and I was going to ask her what, and she went like this, like, you don't even want to say it on the air. Could be coming up from his tummy, because he really isn't feeling well. Go home. I was just tummy troubles. We cannot afford to take him to the vet, but we will, because that's the right thing to do. But I think he's fine. He's had this before. Us dogs don't process milk too well, so kind of loosens things up. Well, this beef is good, but I keep looking at the acorn squash going, I really make sure to eat all that. You can eat all of it, look. One bunch left right there. Look at that. You need garlic. He's going to come lick my knife. I had my knife on my knee talking to my kid. Here he comes. No human food while you got an upset tummy. Nope. Almost reached it. Itchy ankle. My daughter was shocked I could reach so far. I'm wearing some sleep pants. When my daughter first bought them for me, I couldn't fit in them. I could get them on, but I knew if I sat down in them, they'd rip. I'm wearing them right now. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited. So when I bent down, I was able to reach my ankle like that. Like, not bad, Mom. It's the little things. Oh, back to what we can eat or not eat. I'm sorry, chronic illness folks, I hope I'm not boring. The person really asked. So trying gluten-free. I tried gluten-free. I really could not tell a difference, seriously. I don't know if it just, I'm not sensitive to gluten, or if it's just I didn't try it long enough, but it didn't do a whole lot for me. Staying away from processed foods and trying to keeping my stress low really helps me with my fibro. Seriously. I can tell when I've eaten too much processed foods. I can just tell. It's not just the pain that I can tell I feel bad. It's everything. It's your innards. You know what I mean? When I was talking about I felt good for the first time in a long time, I can tell when it just causes me just so many problems. So I try to stay away from it. And I'm not perfect, y'all. I never claim to be. I fall short. You know, we even, you know, it's all we got right then. You know, I eat too much ramen. Ramen is like super processed. But we try not to eat too much of it. Ravioli, the Chef Boyardee brand, doesn't mess with me when I eat it. Now, I don't eat it days in a row. You know what I mean? We'll get up and we're like, what are we going to have? Everyone feel like cooking. And we're like, oh, we got ravioli in the cupboard, and we both have one. It doesn't really mess with me. Which is like, says something for Chef Boyardee. But I know, like with this dressing, if I'd have had the 2 pouches, it would mess with me. I wasn't choking, but that leaf lettuce has those little thingies on the end. And when I stuck it in my mouth, it was too far forward on the fork, and it tickled my hangy ball thing. What's it called? The uvula. Doesn't that sound gross? It's a real name for it. I've been filming for 24 minutes, and it's 2:47 in the afternoon. So, last time I was about this time, it was like 1 a.m. before the filming was done. So I apologize, y'all. See, I'm just scraping it. You just scrape it. Just get all the flesh out. I feel like I'm on the Food Network having to scrape differently. Look, there wasn't a whole lot of ribs, and I still got meat. One of these days, because somebody asked if my daughter, oh, I forgot to say, somebody asked for a completely vegetarian meal. I just thought of that because that's like a lie, but yeah, she could do that. I just never have mentioned it to her. all the tomato are gone. Aw. I think I got a whole tomato. Put some celery in here. This is a good meal, y'all. Oh, all the acorn squash is gone. I have to finish up my ribs. I can do that off camera. 26 minutes. If I keep this short, I might be able to get this video up tonight. Did I tell a story? I don't think I told a story. It's kind of boring. Let me think of the story real quick. Spoiled ass. Can you hand him to me? No? Ruben, can you come up here? Come on, let's see if you're well enough. Come on, come on. Well, Miss Molly did. Okay. I'm gonna pet you. Yeah, they saw you. Okay, get down so I can let Besito on here. Besito. Besito. Come here, boo-boo. Come here, boo-boo. Come here, boo-boo. Come on. Come on. There we go. Look at his sweater. You know, he hates to be picked up, and he's not feeling well, but I'll pick him up. Look, baby. Yeah, he's shivering. He doesn't feel good. Look. Oh, yeah, there's your face. There's your face. Maybe they'll give me a thumbnail. You can't have none of this, baby. You see, he's shivering because his tummy's like super tight. Okay, there you go. Let's see, Billy, if you got here. If you're hungry, we'll try to feed you. But the milk hasn't kicked in yet. Anyway, I'm glad you got to see him. Some of y'all just love him. I think you click on here just to see if you get to see him. My feelings are a little hurt. No, he's a sweetheart. They all three are. Oh, here's a story. Did I tell you about the neighbor's dog, about our dog can jump the fence? I did. Well, now that dog is getting used to having our dogs, and the back window's open to my bedroom so I can see this dog. He's been hanging around the fence. And then he saw me and started barking at me, right? Well, we've had the back door open except for filming. And they started to try to eat each other again. So my daughter went out and she's like, get the wet wipes. Because every time we go to this Mexican restaurant, because you have to handle the tacos, they get you the wet wipes. Kind of like you get in a seafood restaurant. So I just happened to pick up 2 or 3 extra every time I go. Don't judge me. We pay for the food. Anyway, she comes walking in, like, holding him real funny. He didn't have a sweater on. She goes, get the wet wipes. I'm like, why? This dog, and he hasn't gone near the fence since. I guess he was walking by. That big dog peed on him. He had from his edge of his snout all the way halfway down his gut. You see this yellow line. So I had to clean him up, and he kept going. So I think he got some in his mouth. Ever since then, when I look out, he keeps a safe distance away from the fence. So hopefully that's the last time we'll have to go out and pull him off that fence. Because like I said, he can't get to our little dog, but he's big enough to clear that fence. And we don't want the dog or our big dog to get so excited that they, hey, wait a minute, I'm so excited, let me clear this fence. So anyway, that's a funny story. I laughed so hard I could hardly clean him up. When it rains, it pours for some dogs, because he's not only has an upset stomach, he got pissed off today. Look, it's funny, okay? Y'all better not look. Came with the crooked. I think my ears aren't even, or my eyebrows aren't even. See, look, this comes down. She's not even looking at me. She's just like, I can't believe you just said that. Anyway, dang it, 30 minutes in. I just can't get off of here. I love visiting y'all so much. I really have a good time. You know, I'm in a flare. She's coming up the other side of feeling sick. So, but I think every other day is good. It's a good, steady flow of videos. You know what I mean? So, I think we'll try to stick with that as long as we can, unless something comes up. You know, I'm trying to keep my stress down, and she's really feeding me whole foods, and I will finish this because it's just the way I'm going to get into this acorn. It's not going to be ladylike, and I don't want it to be done on camera. Anyway, God bless y'all. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye.